everybody. Today we are going to talk about finding the GCF and the LCM using factor trees. Now, if you look on the top right, I do have a video doing the same thing, using the same numbers, but instead of using factor trees, I use the ladder method. So you can check that out as well. Also, I have a video over there about prime factorization. So if you don't know how to find the prime factorization, you can check that video out. I'm going forward with this video assuming that you guys know how to find the prime factorization or how to make a factor tree. So here we go. I have, first example here, I want to find the GCF and the LCM of 24 and 42. First thing I have to find the prime factorization of each. So I'm going to go through this pretty quickly. Again, I'm assuming that you understand how to do that. So 24 breaks down to 2 times 12. 12 breaks down to 2 times 6, and 6 breaks down to 2 times 3. So the prime factorization of 24, I'm going to write this two different ways. So 24 can be written as 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. But I'm also going to write it down here as 2 to the third power times 3. So I'm just writing this one down here in exponential form. For 42, I can break that down to 6 times 7. 7's prime, so I'm going to circle it, and 6 breaks down to 2 times 3. All right, so everything's prime, circle it up. So prime factorization of 42 is 2 times 3 times 7. And again, I can't write this in exponential form because there's none of the numbers are repeated, so I'm just going to write it down here like this. Okay? Now, first things first, let's find the GCF. So the GCF, I'm going to find that by basically making pairs. Okay? Now, if you look here, I could, if I look at these, I have two different numbers here, so two different rows of numbers. So in this first row, I'm going to start with this 2. I can match this 2 up with the 2 from the 42. All right? Those are a match. All right? Now this 2, I cannot match this up with something from down here. That doesn't match up. This 2, again, I cannot match it with anything else. Doesn't match up. This 3, however, I can match this 3 up with this 3. All right? And of course, this 7 doesn't match up. So the only pairs I was able to make a pair with the 2's and a pair with 3's. Multiply them together, it gives me my GCF of 6. For the LCM, maybe a little more confusing, but if you look here, in both of these, in the prime factorization of each one of them, I use 3 different numbers. I use a 2, a 3, and a 7. All right? So I'm going to write these numbers down here. So 2, a 3, and a 7. Now I have to look at what power of 2, what's the highest power of 2 that's used. So we'll notice here I have a 2, just a single 2 to no power, and I have a 2 to the power of 3. So obviously 2 to the power of 3 is the highest power that's used. So I'm going to use that here, 2 to the power of 3. For 3, there's no powers, just a single 3 for each one of them, so that stays the same. And again, the same thing with the 7. There's no powers with the 7, so I'm going to keep that as it is, and now I'm going to multiply this together. All right? So 2 to the third power is 8, because 2 to the third power does not mean 2 times 3. It means 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 3 is 24, times 7 is 168. All right, so let's do another one here. I have 18 and 24. So the prime factorization of 18, that's going to break down to 2 times 3 times 3. Okay, 2 times 3 is 6, times 3 is 18. And 24 is going to be broken down to 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 3 is 24. All right, so again, let's write this in exponential form. So 18 becomes 2 times 3 squared, and 24 is 2 to the third power times 3. All right, so let's make some pairs to find the GCF. All right, so I can pair these 2's up. I compare this 3 and that 3. can't pair this 3 with anything. I can't pair that 2. I can't pair that 2. So again, the only things I was able to pair up was a 2 and a 3. Multiply that together, it gives me the 6. It gives me a 6, not the 6. So the GCF of 18 and 24 equals 6. Now down here, again, for the LCM, I used only two numbers here. I have a 2 and a 3. That's it. All right, so I'm going to write the 2 here. I'm going to write a 3 there. I'm going to multiply the greatest power of each. So if you look here, I have a 2 to no power, or 2 to the third power. 2 to the third power is higher. Here I have just a single 3, and I have a 3 to the second power. Obviously 3 to the second power is higher. So I'm going to multiply them together. 2 to the third power is 8, and 3 to the second power is 9. So 8 times 9 is 72. So the LCM of these numbers is 72. And that is how we find the GCF and the LCM using factor trees. Thank you for watching.